This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Netflix. Coming up on Destructoid, Halo 4 is ready for launch, Agent 47 has some silly outfits, and the Minibosses are here to perform some rad video game rock and roll music. All that and more right now on Destructoid.
Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville.
Happy Friday, Max.
Happy Friday indeed.
And happy Friday to you, Minibosses.
Hey.
We've got a special guest here today.
You can't see them, but we have a rock and roll band in the studio.
They're here to observe our taping today, so no pressure or anything. But yeah, that's coming in the second half of the show. First order of business, however. We're not live today, obviously. You can see that right now. But like I said, the Minibosses are going to be here in the second half. And of course, I wanted to remind you guys about something very special that is taking place this weekend. It's the Extra Life Gaming Charity Marathon thing that we're doing. 24 hours of video games are happening this weekend. Max, myself, a bunch of other Red 3 Games people will be there. Anthony's going to be there. Zach will be there. We'll also have some special guests on. So we're gathering at 8 a.m. tomorrow in the morning on a Saturday, which is unheard of for me.
And by we, you mean probably
Zach and Anthony, actually. Yeah, I don't think I'm scheduled to come in until noon. But yeah, this is a great gaming charity marathon that supports the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So like I said, we're going to be broadcasting from 8 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday until 8 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday. We're hoping you guys will tune in to watch us in all of our drunken, delirious, sleep-deprived glory and maybe throw a few bucks towards a good cause, right? You're going to be able to watch the stream and donate if you want over at bit.ly/R3ExtraLife. And if improving the lives of sick children isn't enough, we're also going to be giving away some prizes. We've got copies of Borderlands 2 for PC and Xbox. We've got copies of XCOM Enemy Unknown. We've got tons of codes, literally tons of them.
I don't even know how you measure that.
Yeah, so again, twitch.tv/Rev3Games, 24 hours, couch, beer, video games, and charity.
You hear that?
It's a winning
formula. Sick kids, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Hide your diseases, because we're going to cure them by sitting on a couch for 24 hours.
That's not how it works.
It's not how it works, but it's still a good idea. You should tune in. Anyway, last episode we told you guys about the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 launch trailer, which was just full of robot bugs and horses and AC/DC. But where was the emotion, the pathos? Where was the cinematography and direction? I mean, come on, it was nothing but just first-person video game gameplay. What's up with that? Well, if you demand a little something more from your video game advertisements, then you're gonna love the Halo 4 launch trailer. This live-action trailer shows Master Chief in captivity getting scanned by a new alien enemy, which then causes his life to flash before his eyes, and in turn, our eyes, because we are watching the trailer. Now, hardcore Halo fans have been picking this trailer apart carefully, and there's a lot to take in, but we get a glimpse of Master Chief as a young lad and then going through the Spartan 2 program and getting turned into the super soldier we all know and love.
There's so much Halo lore.
God, there's so much Halo lore. It's like space, science, military lore. There's so much going on. The trailer was actually directed by Tim Miller from Blur Studios, who you probably know, whether you realize it or not, because they work on basically all of the video game cinematic CG trailers in the last few years. They did the Kick-Ass one for the Old Republic that was better than all the Star Wars prequels put together, the DC Universe one, or DC Universe Online one, the Bioshock Infinite one that made everybody go crazy and pre-order that game that isn't out yet. The Halo 4 trailer was actually produced by David Fincher, who's worked with Tim Miller and Blur Studios before, because Blur did the title credits for Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and they're actually working on the feature film adaptation of The Goon, which is currently being funded through Kickstarter. But yeah, regardless how you feel about Halo 4, you have to admit this is a very sexy trailer with lots of things happening in it, lots of running and shooting.
I don't know if sexy is a word I would
probably
use to
not
describe
so much sexy. There's like one lady in her underpants, but otherwise it's mostly about the Master Chiefs and the Halos and stuff. But if you need more fancy live action stuff to get yourself hyped about the continuing adventures of Mr. Chef, then you should go watch Forward Unto Dawn, the web series that Machinima is running over on their stupid YouTube channel that has the billions of subscribers and dollars. And
yeah, screw those guys. I love you, Adam. Okay, so you guys probably already know that I'm not a huge multiplayer person because me and 12-year-olds have a tendency to make me cry. But Planetside 2 is going to change that. I can feel it in here, wherever my heart is. If you've been living under a rock, Planetside 2 is Sony's upcoming MMO first-person shooter that's going to feature real-time combat between thousands of players on each map at any given moment, so it's massive. Max and I both played it at E3 this year, and I was pleasantly surprised with how easily it drew me in. Also, it's free to play, so that's always a plus. The game's had a beta going for a while now, and I guess things went pretty well in the beta because Sony has now announced a release date of November 20th for North America and Europe. Even better, they've revealed a third continent that's coming to the game called Amerish that'll be available when it goes live on November 20th. There's a short teaser trailer for it, which shows lots of trees and grass and mountains and pretty colors, but not much else really. There's also some actually really cool looking concept art, which has massive geodes in it, I guess, that just grow out of the ground.
It's like a rock that's full of treasure.
I know, it's crazy. Concept art is usually a little bit more colorful than it actually turns out to be in the game, so I'm hoping that, you know, they keep some of those blues and purples in there.
No, Planetside looks pretty cool. We played that at E3, and
it's really fun.
I made a pink zebra print tank. So
yeah.
What's up?
I
it's
guess
a tank that looks like some panties.
Yeah. Destructoid's Hamza Aziz actually previewed the game back in August, and he was really excited about the map size, which he says, like, one of the maps for this game, I mean, granted there are thousands of players, but one of the maps for this game is like way bigger than all of Battlefield's maps combined. So apparently driving from one end of the map to the other in an ATV takes like 10 minutes, and if you want to fly there in a jet, it'll take like 2 minutes. So there are some statistics for you. Either way, I'm excited for this game, and now I don't have to wait for very long, so that's exciting.
Yeah, I think Blur Studios actually did a trailer for Planetside too.
Really?
Seriously, they do a lot of things. Anyway, so one game that we probably haven't talked about in a while is Hitman Absolution, which is coming out November 20th, if you've lost track of it among all the other games that are coming out this holiday season. There's a new trailer out today which doesn't feature anything too controversial like slutty nuns or women getting punched really hard in the face, but it's, I guess, still, you know, worth talking about. So the focus of this new non-offensive trailer is Agent 47's many disguises. It starts off kind of slow, and we see, you know, Agent 47, and he's sneaking around in a suit, and then we see that he's in a disguise, which we sort of knew you could disguise yourself as. There's sort of obvious stuff. They're like, oh, he can dress up as things. Like, what if he was a janitor, or, you know, like a security guy, or a guy with boots on? You know, what if he was doing these things? Oh, he could be like a guy at a hotel. And that's nothing too shocking. But then everything gets weird and hilarious, and we are treated to a rapid-fire fashion show of all of the crazy shit that Agent 47 can dress up as. You can be a scarecrow, a fancy judge, a cowboy, a biker, a guy with a hockey mask, a wrestler, a hot dog guy, an ice cream guy, a chicken guy, a scarecrow again, a chef, a bear.
I love how completely serious he looks while wearing all of those costumes.
Yeah, right.
Too.
Well, the thing I like about Hitman is the amount of humor that's injected into it. It's you know, not trying to be an open comedy of a game, but there's a certain element of kind of tongue-in-cheek black comedy to what could easily be like a really bleak and serious game. It's not exactly the most highbrow wit, but you know, having the option to use a bong as a makeshift weapon, or you know, eating donuts to blend in as a cop, just shows that developers aren't taking the thing too seriously. And again, that is a game that is coming out on November 20th, in which you can dress up as a chicken or a scarecrow.
Man, that's giving Planetside 2 a run for its money then.
They're very different games, Tara.
Yes, they are. So try as they might, Nintendo is still falling just a little bit behind in the online multiplayer department. It was practically non-existent for the Wii, and though we were promised plenty of multiplayer options for the Wii U, we still haven't seen most of them. Unfortunately, this latest news does not exactly restore our confidence. Nintendo confirmed to Kotaku this week that only a select number of Wii U games are going to support multiplayer voice chat, and those games are Mass Effect 3, Black Ops 2, and Assassin's Creed 3, and that's literally it. For the record, the Wii U's gamepad has a microphone built into it, and in fact, you might recall this trailer from Nintendo's pre-E3 press conference showing somebody using the microphone on the gamepad to video chat.
That sure made
with
me
like
wanna,
his grandpa or something.
That sure made me want to buy that machine that they're selling.
Yeah, thrilling trailer. Well, according to Nintendo, that mic cannot be used for in-game voice chat. And what's more, the company has no plans to make an official headset for the console. So that means players wanting to chat online will have to use a third-party headset and plug it into the gamepad's headphone jack, which I personally don't mind because, I mean, let's face it, nothing Nintendo manufactures is going to be better than my A40s anyway. But on the other hand, the Pro controllers won't have any kind of audio jack. So, for instance, say you are, you know, you got your Wii U in the mail, you want to play Mass Effect 3, and you want to play it on the Pro controller. Well, you're not you're technically going to be able to chat with a friend while you do that, but you're going to have to plug in a wired headset into the gamepad, which you're not using, so you can voice chat on the Pro controller. So this whole situation is really weird and confusing, and apparently it's no headset manufacturer has confirmed yet whether or not wireless headsets are going to be able to completely work.
Why don't I just go into the kitchen and get the phone and call my friends on the phone?
Like I said, I'm not a huge multiplayer person. I don't really care about voice chat, but like this is gonna piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, like Mom, who is actually using the phone, probably.
Yeah. No.
So you hear that, Mom? Get off the phone. We have to call up Ted because we're gonna play Mass Effect together. Anyway, why don't we take a quick word from our sponsor, and then it's time for our musical guest, the Minibosses.
You guys know what's just as cool as video games? Movies. And you know what's better than cable? Netflix. Netflix streams TV episodes and movies directly to your home, saving you time, money, and an expensive monthly cable bill. With Netflix, you can instantly watch your favorite shows and movies on your PC or Mac, or right on your television if you've got a PS3, Xbox 360, or a Nintendo Wii console. For a limited time, Netflix is offering all Destructoid viewers their own free trial membership. Just head over to netflix.com/Destructoid and sign up. Also, Netflix is now available in the UK and Ireland, so if you live overseas, then be sure to check out netflix.co.uk/Destructoid if you're in the UK, or netflix.ie/Destructoid if you're in Ireland.
All right, so here we are with the Minibosses. You guys do covers using real-life instruments of video game music, which was originally played out of a Nintendo, correct?
That's right.
Cool. I've actually been listening to you guys since high school, so this is kind of cool to have you on the show. What are you guys up to these days?
Right now, we're on a little mini tour with our buddies, Narboots. And we played San Francisco last night. Gonna do a few more dates around the Bay before we go back to Phoenix. Playing Petaluma tonight.
Petaluma. What are you gonna play for us today?
Today we're gonna do Castlevania 2. Yes. And yeah.
Maybe a little surprise at the end there?
Maybe a little bit. We'll see.
Take it away.
All right.
Woo!
Let's do this. symphony of the night. So where can people check you guys out on the internet?
You can check us out at minibosses.com. Pretty much all our Facebook links and Twitter stuff is all that good stuff.
We can always put it in the video description using the power of YouTube. You guys have records for sale, CDs, MP3s, and things?
We do. We have actual vinyl for sale, CDs, MP3s, any sort of medium you could want.
I don't think a lot of our audience knows what vinyl is, but
yeah.
And again, you guys are doing a Bay Area tour in Rock Age, San Jose?
Rock Age will be coming back out in February.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, so if you guys are in the area, check it out. Thank you guys so much for swinging by. Thank you.
This is awesome.
Good stuff.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have more stuff on the show like this in the future.
One last song.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can do another. Yeah. What do you guys want to hear?
DuckTales, maybe?
DuckTales?
A little bit of DuckTales.
You want to lead us out with some DuckTales?
Sure. Sounds good.
Anybody want to sing?
I heard Max is going to be providing vocals.
A little bit,
Come
maybe.
on.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
Don't go too quick.
Okay.
I might lapse into Hall & Oates because it's the same song as "You Make My Dreams Come True."
That's true.
This is weird to not have anything to stand in front of, to just stand here. I have no stage presence also, so this should be weird.
You're gonna have to belt it out too, because
Okay.
it's gonna be pretty loud.
Okay.
Oh wait, you've got your mic. Yeah, we're golden.
Yeah.
Yeah.